Thank you. Welcome to Stellar Parenting with Brandi Kahn. I'm your host, Brandi. I'm an intuitive astrologer, and I also hold a Master of Science degree in psychology with an emphasis in child and adolescent development. And I'm coming to you live today from Houston, Texas. So happy Tuesday to you all. Wonderful to have you here. As an astrologer, I'm so passionate about helping parents, teachers, and guardians learn how to combine the magic of astrology and the stars with the art of consciously raising children. Please visit my website for more information. If you'd like to see how I can help you, I would love to help you, love to be of assistance to you. And I want to just start off and ask everyone, how was your weekend? I hope everyone had an amazing weekend because I'd like to share a little bit about mine. I had such an honor this weekend. I was able to initiate two women into second degree Reiki. So I've got two new second degree Reiki practitioners, and it's always an honor to facilitate someone's journey into Reiki because that's where my spiritual path began. So, if any of you have ever thought about taking Reiki, I would highly encourage you to do so. It really sensitizes you to your energy and you become more aware of things that you can't quite see, but you can feel. Okay. Also, as well, all of my children have been attuned to Reiki as well by my teacher, my Reiki master, but she recently retired. So I do offer Reiki training for children in the Houston area. If you have a child who's interested, I would absolutely love to help. Okay, so for today's show, we are going to be talking a little bit about, again, Pluto in Aquarius. I cannot believe how current events are reflecting the energy of Pluto in Aquarius. So we're going to start off with that. And then afterwards, I will go through this week's transits for you. And then we'll finish everything up with a caller. So anyone who's listening, if you want a tarot reading or an astrology reading, I would love to hear from you. So call into the show. And let's begin with the Chronicles of Pluto in Aquarius. That's what I want to call this segment, Chronicles of Pluto in Aquarius. Now, for those of you who've already been listening to me for the last few months, you will remember that I told you that Pluto, the planet Pluto, moved into the sign of Aquarius on November 19th of 2024, and that's where he's going to stay for the next 20 years, okay? The last time Pluto was in the sign of Aquarius was from 1778 through 1798, okay? Not in our lifetime, right? And so during that frame of time, we had the American Revolution, the French Revolution, and the Haitian Revolution. Okay. And during these times, there was a dismantling of social hierarchies. So let's just think about the French Revolution for just a second. The people were starving, there was not enough food. Okay. And Marie Antoinette was in charge, and she supposedly had trouble showing empathy or feeling any empathy for the people who were starving. And she reportedly said, let them eat cake. All right. So people were very upset. They were not able to eat, not able to feed their children. Yet she was living a very lavish lifestyle and didn't seem to be feeling the same pain that the people were feeling. This incensed them. They were very angry. So they overthrew her. They took her, from her throne, overthrew her, imprisoned her, and then ended up executing her for what they deemed crimes against humanity. Okay. So during Pluto in Aquarius, 1778, 1798, the theme really was power to the people. The people were able to overcome and take down those at the top. And, with Pluto in Aquarius, a lot of this was about money, economics. And so when we think about that, and then we think about the current events today, it's impossible not to see a thread of similarity. As an astrologer, I'm always looking for how cosmic events, cosmic lineups of the planets are being reflected in current events. Okay. And I've been surprised, so surprised over the past week by how many people I've seen on social media posting videos calling for revolution. So many people are using the word revolution. It's interesting. And also, there's a professor from NYU, Professor Scott Galloway, who's been making the rounds on news stations. And this is what he's saying. I'm quoting him. We are in the midst of a series of small revolutions to correct income inequality. Income inequality is out of control, and our tax policy has gone full oligarch. So, what's an oligarchy? An oligarchy is where the wealth and power are held by a small group of people at the top, by the elite, not by the masses at the bottom. And so, here in the United States, if we are in any way, shape, or form heading in that direction, the energy of Pluto and Aquarius is actually going to even things back out over the next 20 years. It may be through a series of revolutions, maybe some, rebellion. I'm not sure. We have to see how this is going to play out. All that we can really look at is how did it play out before in times past. And then we see the similarity of the themes, and then we just have to watch and see, okay, how is this going to unfold for us during this time? So as you're watching current events, listening to the news, please always try to connect, make a mental connection with, oh, this is what's going on cosmically, and this is how we're seeing it play out in our day-to-day lives. Now, when we start with the transits for this week, we've got some big things going on. So today is January 28th, and in a few days, we're actually going to have Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of communication. So Mercury is going to leave the earth sign of Capricorn and enter the air sign of Aquarius. And when I tap into the energy, when I'm really feeling the energy of Mercury and the earth sign of Capricorn, I feel really grounded and pragmatic with my approach and how I communicate with others. I'm very focused on seeing things in a traditional way and following the rules. And that's the energy of Capricorn. But when I tap into the energy of Mercury and the air sign of Aquarius, I feel a lot less constrained. I feel free to move around. I'm free to explore different ideas, different trains of thought. So with Mercury and Aquarius this week, Mercury in Aquarius really wants to soak up a lot of information and learn new things over the next 2.5 weeks. So this Mercury is going to want to speak about the world issues, humanitarian issues, the future, and technology. And on the news this morning, I actually saw there's quite a bit of talk already because there is a new Chinese app, AI app, that supposedly sent Wall Street into a tailspin yesterday because now of some of the things where we thought here in the US, we kind of had the blueprint for AI, and now finding out China also has it as well. There was a company that lost quite a bit of its stock, okay? So we're going to be talking about this over the next 2.5 weeks. Now for tomorrow, Wednesday, January 29th, Mercury will conjunct Pluto at 1 degree of Aquarius, okay? And when we think about Pluto, Pluto is the planet of power and transformation. So when we blend Mercury's energy with the influence of Pluto, many people are going to be talking about Plutonian issues like power, power dynamics, how power is being used or how power is being abused by those at the top in the past, times past, or in the present. So these issues, these themes are going to come to the forefront in the minds of many over the next few days due to this joining, this conjunction of Mercury in Aquarius with Pluto in Aquarius. Okay. And I've already seen a lot of commentary again on social media about this over the last few days. A lot of posts about the Roman Empire, what happened with the Roman Empire, the fall of the Roman Empire, how it kind of correlates to what we're seeing now. Very interesting stuff. So keep an eye out for that and also watch for things that have been hidden to be revealed suddenly. So is there something that's going to come out in the news in the next few days that will shock and surprise everyone that's been hidden? I'm not sure. We will have to wait and see. But this is the energy. These are the archetypes that we are seeing, that we will be seeing, especially tomorrow. So, how can we as parents use this energy constructively to teach our children? Well, this is a really good time to have deep, probing conversations with our children about the importance of honesty, the importance of truth, the right and the wrong ways to use our power, and the details, the ins and outs of power dynamics and how to navigate through those in the world. We can also talk about the shadow side of Pluto, or when people use power in ways to manipulate or control other people. So you can really use these next few days as a teaching moment for deep conversations and reflections with your children. So on January 29th, Wednesday, tomorrow as well, guess what? We will have a new moon at 9 degrees of Aquarius. And this is a supercharged new moon because it's happening, during the Lunar New Year. And new moons in astrology represent new beginnings and fresh starts. So it's an absolutely great time to release anything that holds us back and move toward progress, move toward change. So this is a time where we are planting seeds for things that we want to manifest over the next 6 months. So it's a very important time. And this is a super strong new moon because of the influence of the surrounding planets, which I'll talk about shortly. But first, with this new moon, I want you to remember that we are stepping into a new part of our evolution, okay? And the desire for freedom, the desire for oneness with all of humanity is now being born. So we're planting the seeds right now for humanity to come together in a very empowered way. That's one of the themes with this new moon. Now, this new moon is loosely trining Jupiter in Gemini. So remember, Jupiter in astrology is the planet of growth, expansion, abundance. Okay. And so with Jupiter adding positive support to the energy of this new moon, you might notice that you feel very optimistic, hopeful, okay, with this new moon. And I want you to check your natal chart. Where does Aquarius fall in your natal chart? Which house? And you can go to my website, brandycon.com, and you can make yourself your own natal chart. You need your time of birth, date of birth, and where you were born. And find out, where does Aquarius fall in your chart, which house? Because that's going to be the effort or the area of your life where you can plant these new seeds for a fresh start. So, for example, let's say that you have Aquarius in your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of friends, groups, organizations, hopes, and wishes. Okay. Maybe you are taking steps to have new friendships and new group affiliations that will allow you to help and impact larger groups of people. Okay? Or if you check your child's chart, see where they have Aquarius as well. This is important for them as well. Let's say that you have a senior in high school who has Aquarius in the ninth house of higher learning. Well, this is your child's time to really be thinking about what they want to do after graduation. Do they want to go to college or university? What do they want to study? Where do they want to go? Okay. This is the time to plant the seeds for these new beginnings to come to fruition. And then on Thursday, January 30th, Uranus. Uranus will station direct at 23 degrees of Taurus. So remember, Uranus has been retrograde since September 1st of 2024, okay? Several months. And when we're talking about Uranus in astrology, Uranus is the planet of revelation, of change, freedom, and breakthrough. So Uranus will wake up and begin to move forward again in the sign of Taurus tomorrow, Thursday, January 30th. So check your chart for placements that are close to 23 degrees of Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius. If you have any planets in those places, in those locations, or if you have an angle like your ascendant around 23 degrees of Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius, you might really feel the shift. Everyone else, it might be a little bit more subtle, okay? But for those of you who have placements or planets or points in these locations, you might feel the shift and the move forward. And if your child also has anything around 23 Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius, they might really feel it as well. So with your children, an unbalanced expression of this Uranian energy can manifest as rebelliousness, okay? As they're searching for their sense of individuality. So keep this in mind. And if any of that behavior comes up, then you'll have a deeper understanding as to the process that your child is experiencing and going through right now. And final transit for Thursday, January 30th. Now, this is a good one. This is a really, really good one. I love this one. We will have Sun 11 degrees of Aquarius trining Jupiter at 11 degrees of Gemini. And this is one of the most positive transits, okay? So this is a powerhouse duo that's going to be coming together. And as they're coming together, they're really highlighting the themes, again, of Aquarius, the air sign of Aquarius. And so when we're expanding on the qualities of the sun and Aquarius, a lot of these qualities and themes have to do, again, with change, reform, progress, freedom, and truth. And Jupiter here is going to emphasize and expand on these ideas, expand on these themes. So during this time, we might feel very hopeful. We might feel really optimistic. We might feel at peace and harmony with others, those around us. And we might also feel as if we receive a really good surge of energy in our body as far as anything that positively impacts our health or our vitality. Okay, so this is wonderful. So let's use this energy in a beautiful way to try something new, go someplace new, do something new with your children. Take a short trip, take them on a special excursion, something fun. This will be a really great day to bond and have fun with your kids. So these are the transits for the week. Use this energy intentionally and use it consciously. And now we will say hello to our caller. Hi, Joy. How are you?
I'm very good. How about you?
Good. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Would you like tarot or astrology?
Tarot, please.
Okay. All right, then let's do it. Let's get it done. So I'm going to do a spread here for you, Joy. And do you want the spread to be about something that's general, or is there anything specific that you want me to focus on?
Um, Career, I guess.
Career. Okay, great. Okay, so let me just shuffle. Let me connect here with my guides. Make sure that you are also connected in here and see what we can get for you. Okay, Joy. Okay. All right. Now, Joy, I want you to tell me when to stop shuffling, please.
Now.
Okay. Okay. All right. So with your career, I did do a Celtic cross spread. And the card that I'm seeing that comes up as, to the energy of the situation, I do have the Nine of Swords, which usually represents quite a bit of anxiety, quite a bit of repetitive thoughts when it comes to what could possibly go wrong in a situation. And I'm assuming this has to do like with what could go wrong with your job. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Has there been a situation, because I do have a conflict card showing that someone may have been dishonest or someone's being dishonest or trying to um, not really cheat you out of something, but it almost seems as if you're being dismissed in a sense by someone at your job.
I'm not sure about that yet.
Okay. All right. So if
I
that,
don't.
okay, go ahead.
No, sorry. I didn't.
Oh, that's okay. So Joy, this is what yeah, I'm seeing that there's a lot
Oh,
of
go ahead.
anxiety. Okay. And the feeling that I'm getting, or the card that comes up, is something's a little off. Like there might be someone pulling strings behind the scene. I do feel as if there's something going on outside of your awareness with someone there. I just want to let you know I have the Seven of Swords. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, what I am seeing though, uh, over the next few weeks, so have you made the decision to stay in this job or are you actively seeking employment somewhere else?
I'm actively seeking employment elsewhere.
Okay. Then that explains over the next 2 weeks. I do have here the Three of Wands, which looks like I'm doing something new. I'm focusing on something new. This is new territory for me. All right. Which is a positive card. So it almost shows like a new, fresh start, a new beginning. I do feel like this could possibly be somewhere else at another place of employment. Okay.
Okay.
And then over the next 4 weeks, we have the Two of Cups, which is absolutely wonderful. So that's the card of peace, harmony, getting along with others. Okay. So over the next month, it looks like there's going to be this shift or this feeling about work where you love being there, you love the people there, you feel supported, you feel validated, you feel seen. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, the personal power card, what you have in your favor right now, I do want to say it looks as if, even though things might be a little up in the air, not really clear for you, it feels to me, because I've got the Emperor right here, it feels to me as if inside, Joy, you know who you are, you value yourself. You don't look to others really for validation. So even if things are hard or difficult, I don't have the feeling that you end up blaming yourself. You understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
100%. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So this strong sense of empowerment that you carry, this is your power in this situation where you are now, the job that you are now. And I want you to remember to tap into that sense of strength and power that you innately carry. Okay.
Okay.
All right. An external factor of the situation, it looks really as if you're a lot in your mind. There's a lot of looping thoughts, maybe thoughts that make you feel gosh, all hope is lost when it comes to work. It just, because I've got the Eight of Swords here. So again, there's this whole theme of my thoughts might not be where they need to be energetically just because I'm going through a hard time. And it's hard for me to pull out and think positive and optimistic thoughts. Does that make sense to you?
100%.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm seeing here. And um, I want you to know that no matter what happens at work, like I said, you've got this sense of power, you have this sense of empowerment, and the outcome is the hanged man, which is seeing a perspective, seeing a situation from a different perspective. So it's almost like we take a moment, we're kind of suspended in space, we're not really moving forward, but in this state of stasis, we are forced to see things in a different way. Okay. So the way that it's
Thank
looking to
you.
me, yeah, the way that it looks and the way that it feels to me is that with your job, there could be potentially a surprise or something coming that you weren't really expecting on some level. But there are these cards of new beginning, and I'm happy and I get along with everybody, and then I'm seeing things from a different perspective, and I'm like, gosh, thank you for everything that happened. Thank you, universe, for everything that happened, because the situation where I am now is so much better than where I was. That makes sense.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And so again, Joy, no matter what happens, tap into your inner strength, tap into the inner fortitude that you have. And I really think that things are going to work out for you nicely. It looks as if something new comes from the pain or confusion that you're going through right now. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. And thank you so much for calling in. I hope you have a good day.
You too. Have a great day.
Thanks. And thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for listening to the show. I love to have you here every week. I just want to remind you, the stars may guide us, but we are the ones that have the power at the end of the day to shape our destiny. So keep shining your light, radiate your inner light from within, and I hope you all have a fantastic week. See you next time.